So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Dangerous times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Well, hello again, everyone. Welcome into Flying with Mike. We just had a wonderful flight from, it took us 2 tries, but to get from Homestead to Seymour Johnson with some Air Force. We had a crash to desktop very shortly after departure. Thinking weather, but don't 100% know. Those of you on Twitch curious why it's taken us so long? Well, by the way, the X-plane decided to update. So all I know, potentially that had something to do with it. Oh, crazy day, crazy day. So now, as the title says, we are in XP12.1.4 Release 3. And as far as I can tell, no news about what's in Release 3. Maybe here? Just looking real quick. Support jetway animation for multiplayer plugin. Improve finding. The correct DGS for a stand should now work. Okay, I don't know what any of that means. But anyway, I kind of get this jetway for X-pilot traffic and all of that. Okay. Well, we'll see if they ever publish that up top here. But anyway, welcome in. So we are actually in XP12.1.4 release 3. We flew up here in release 2. So interesting times ahead. You know, let's real quick, I want to check something before I jump the gun here. Okay, that's good. And oh, why not? One thing I did not do, put us back on weather so that we have real world weather. Bear with it. All right, it's clear. That's not why I went back. I turned off the weather out of Homestead, thinking that was our culprit looking at the log. Lo and behold, it could very well have been something with the way the release and all. Who knows? I try not to get myself too wrapped up into this. I know some of you would have dug so deep into that log and figured it out. I just kind of let, my eyes glaze over about 2-3 lines up. So sorry, not so much into the computer world like, well, I never was. I mean, I learned a little to be dangerous, but beyond that, that was about it. So, all right, so on the line here, we switched from the KC46, which brought us up here. We are now in the LevelUp 737-700 in C40 colors, all of which you can find on the Threshold forums. So I hope you enjoy this. This is actually what the C40s, well, let me rephrase that. Almost what the C40s are based off of. Size and wing and all of that, yes. 737 basic frame. However, it's a BBJ. Full disclosure, it should be a BBJ. In this case, it's not. It's a 737-700. So when we see passenger counts, oh yeah, they're going to be way above what the plane really holds. But that's okay. That'll help us with performance and all of that. So, all right. So I just wanted to put that out there. So we're going from Seymour Johnson, which is where we're at. And I know some people near and dear to this airbase that loved it. Matter of fact, one of them right over there was his Chariot. And then he graduated. So, sorry, gotta have some fun. And then others were just, part of being here at Seymour. So tankers are down at the other end. Remember, for those who weren't here, let me see. I'm not going to do the C thing. That scared me, seeing that person next to me. And stand by. I'm getting a phone call. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Being unemployed, I get a phone call. I have to kind of stop what I'm doing, make sure they weren't there. So I don't know. But anyway, but I know a lot of people that this base is near and dear to them. They loved it here in North Carolina. And but anyway, welcome to Seymour Johnson. We're getting ready to go to Andrews. All right, and as you can tell, those of you who are familiar with X-Plane, yeah, this looks just like Zebo. So, and it is. I mean, the two work almost hand in hand. This is not the latest, greatest update to LevelUp. As best I understood from their Discord post, the aircraft was having troubles, so I'm opting not to update it, nor update it to the latest Zebo. So we'll just be flying. Well, I'll show you what we'll be flying. Those, again, familiar with Zebo know all you got to do is come over here, release 1.02. There's our flight mod. There's the Zebo base worked off of. Oh, wow. How'd I get up there? Huh. I'm on 23 over on the Zebo. So, all right. So anyway, let's do a quick brief, and then we're going to get this plane airborne and get this flight going. So today we are flying the C-40 Seymour to Andrews, and let's see what they did give us. 145 people. That sounds pretty good for the weight. 33,350. You know, that's one thing I would venture to wonder what the BBJ, how the weights work out on that, because I think it's almost 30 or I forget what they actually haul on it. It's not a lot of people. So, and I know they have a complement of maintenance equipment in the belly to fix it wherever it goes if need be. So I would be curious. Anyway, but 33,350 pounds is our payload. We're going to be putting on 12,050 pounds. And McGuire is now our alternate. Have I... hang on a second. Hang on, I'm checking. No, I have not. Oh, okay. And then a cost index of 13, and we're going to go with 31,000. We'll check that out. Weather, clear skies here, as you know, 18, 64 degrees, and just beautiful. Over here, now that is interesting. Oh, no. In the Seymour Johnson comments earlier, we had contrails. Okay, aircraft overflow this place quite a bit going down towards Florida. I don't know what that was all about. I've heard rumors of potential what that could be, but I'm still skeptical of it. But then again, I can't be. I'm a private pilot. I fly way below the contrails. Anyway, over in Andrews, wind of 200 at 10-mile visibility clear, 55 degrees. A beautiful day over on the Potomac, or inland a little off of it. But anyway, beautiful day. We're going to be flying in the daytime. So I have hopefully adjusted this so we land daytime. We'll see. I do that and then end up in nighttime. So we'll see how I work that out. All right. So that's our flight today. Hang on. I want to, while I'm here, VATSIM. Maybe. Yes. No. Okay. Going there. Get some extra information. I don't know if that's on there. Oh, it is. Cool. All right. And get our nav data in. I don't know why it doesn't save this kind of stuff. And I think we're set, ready to go. Looks good. 23. Is that good? Yes. All right. As you can, you can't tell. We're out of here at 23:40. So let's get to work, shall we? Just getting us online. We're reach 18:15. And 737 C40. Oh, wait. It could be something else, maybe. Clipper. 4773, as you see. Okay, so 2. Oh. Can we make it any more tougher to read? 47.4773. Okay, we're set. All right, go back to here. Now we're sitting on here. I didn't show it well. and I don't know how well it'll show. Currently, let me make sure, but I believe 126.25 is Seymour Johnson. Yes, Seymour Johnson CTF. CTAF. By the way, if you're in the US, Mexico, Canada, or the Caribbean, guess what? We're on CTAF. You don't, when there's no controllers, when you're in the pattern or on the approach, talk to people on CTAF. I know many of you are rebelling against that, it seems like, but, or forgetting, we'll be nice and call it what it might be. But, yeah, we're on CTAF. Okay, so we're ready to go. If you're ready, kind of just watch. We're gonna get this plane up and going. Starting at the top. Three green, set off, off, align, align, ELT, good. Waiting for the words align, go to nav, align, go to nav, switch to status. That's how many minutes you have to the alignment. Oh, missed a page. Coming down, okay, yaw dampers are off, everything's set, fuel pumps are off. Coming down the middle, we're on ground power, batteries on, standby power on, we're on ground power. And moving down, lights are set, equipment cooling set, IFE and cabin are on, our passenger signs off, coming down, okay, set lights are set. Okay, looking here in the middle, let's get our lights drawn up because they look dead. And we'll just come up like that. Everything else looks good. Okay, they're all working. They're all working. They're all working. Okay, everything looks good. One more time. And get our panel lights brought up down here. Oh, that helped a little. Not much, but a little. Okay, back up to here. And, oh, they're the same. Okay. FMC. Okay, RNAC updated. That's good. KGSB, right? GSB. Next page. I'll be honest, I'm going to double check. I think I did it, but whoa. That's not what I remember reading. That's weird. Oh, okay. I see what we're still good on the zero fuel. I'll take it. All right. Status active. Refueling. Okay. Here comes the fuel truck, cracks me up. Comes with the fuel line all the way out and up to the airplane. Anyway, let's get going. Okay. Okay. Flight plan. Okay. So we just loaded the flight plan. Double check TY, JAGEM, BEEVR, Voodoo for the Voodoo 2 arrival. Okay, so departure. Okay, we're going to go out 08. That way we close that out. Okay, now let's do the arrival just to make sure everyone's on the right page. Okay, in the real world, Andrews is landing visual approaches, 19 right and left, vortex out, SFLs are out. Hang on, bring this in so you all can read since we have some people curious. Again, this is part of NavGraph. So again, here we go. 24 minutes old. This is what's broadcasting right now from Andrews. So if you're coming in, plan the 19s. They're approaching visuals and departing 191 left, right and left. Aircraft turn transponders on when entering movement area and so forth. Okay. So 19, let's take a look so we get the right runway because we want to park maybe back in here, but maybe up in here. Okay. I don't think, hang on, you know what? I never checked. Didn't think so. I'd be really shocked if they did have a parking chart. All right, so for our purposes, we are going to land 19 right and Voodoo. Hang on a second. Yeah, let's go 13 miles out. Why not? Okay, so we're going to do... Actually, I'm not. Hang on. Next is we're looking for Voodoo, BEEVR, execute. Now we're going to check this all with our legs. Okay, so Here, let's look. Okay, TYI JAGEM up to BEEVR. Trunk. Voodoo. Battle. Holio. Deacon. Revo is the end. Okay, and then we're vectors to egoid, or puff. How far out is puff, out of curiosity? 6 miles. Ooh, that could. We'll leave this as is because we'll kind of fly it in as requested. I got a feeling we'll probably have traffic. Okay, so that's pretty good there. All right, and then continuing to Perez. Yep, Perez we hold. All right, back down here. Okay, so we got our route in. Next up, performance. Do a request. It's going to bring up load. And that's pretty much it. It's basically going to fill in. Now our okay, for our reserve 3.16.7. So we can get to McGuire if we need to with fuel. That'll tell us. They're saying 27. I'm putting 31.0 in. Anything else need to change? No. Execute. Okay, now let's go to N1. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to bring Sim Toolkit in real quick. We're going to go through it, and then we're going to put the numbers in. Okay. Sim Toolkit. Sim Brief. Let me make sure we have the right one. See, it says 140, but the right numbers are what's loading. So takeoff to degree, what, north, takeoff. And we're looking at flaps 1, takeoff 2, 43. All right. So these are our numbers. Basically, this is your runway. These are your inputs, and this is what they've determined. So we're departing flaps 1, takeoff 2, 43 degrees. So that'll yield us 139 for V1. That's our safety speed. 142, that's our rotate. 148. If we get past V1 and we lose an engine, we commit the flight. That's our safety speed in the climb out. All right. Let me get rid of Sim Toolkit. So now I'll show you how you put these numbers in. All right. So we're on the limit page. So we were saying takeoff 2 at 43. Takeoff 2, 43. Now it's going to recompute active, and it's going to give us a suggestion. And I like that. Climb 2 we'll take. And then we go to the takeoff page, CG, and page 2. Runway wind, calm. So I'll put 3, wait a minute, 360 diagonal 1. Okay, it's wanting the slope. You can find these in charts. Sim Brief on the flight log, 0.3 up. And it's real simple. I know many in a hurry don't want to deal with this. I get you. up 0.3. Now we need the heading of the runway. Again, right on that sim brief report, it'll tell you 081. As well as you can confirm the temperature, 16. I'm okay with that. So let's go next page. We got our CG. We got this. Already knows that we're doing takeoff 2. And I was thinking, my mind went right to the 767 where I could set DTO2. And then we're doing flaps 1. All right, 133, 132. Now, how do you have a V1 above your rotate? Oh boy. Let's go ahead and turn those off. 139. I actually had to scoot in and make sure my eyes were reading that. And 148. Wow. All right, there we go. That's our speeds improved for the climb to give us a better climb. And we're set here. I'm just going to click FMC legs. And then we're going to come up here. Okay, we said 148, so our speed will be 158. .081. And Cleveland and Jacksonville are up, so we don't have any centers, but we're not going to 50,000. Nice try. I can hear people going, ooh. Come on down, 31,000. Not even sure we can make this, but we're only on a real quick 256. We might. So, and I think it would tell us if we couldn't. On, and oh, I could have been doing some of this. We got to wait. While we wait on them, go ahead and get that APU up and running. So as I asked earlier, how has your Monday gone? Monday. Hope it's a good Monday for you, and I know the two don't normally go hand in hand, good and a Monday, but I hope it went well for you. APU's spooling up. Monday. All right, we almost have the APU up and going. And that'll give us a couple seconds to make sure everything's in line. We come off ground power. I wonder, does Zebo... All right, we're at 28%, so it's going to take a little bit. And we got to get that GSE folder over here eventually. That way we'd see everything that we're used to in Zebo. All right, so let's just double check everything. We'll get the fasten seatbelts here in a minute. I don't even think we have announcements. So I hope everyone's day is well. Those of you on the other side of the world just waking up, hope your Tuesdays are going well. Tomorrow we got a pretty good schedule lined up. Check it out below, and look forward to seeing you on it. For now, let's concentrate on getting the LevelUp 737-700 C40 up to Andrews. Should have started this a lot earlier. My bad. Sorry, folks. But we're ready to go. Otherwise, minimum. Oh, you know what? Let's plug it all in. All right. Weather. Altimeter 96. Set that for 400, and then we'll go direct. A little, and Matt, if you're still out there, can correct me on this. As best I understand, never had to actually, well, yeah, I did. I shouldn't, well, we really weren't tested on that in private pilots. So if we were, I just did it instinctively. Or the plane got up there and I just didn't realize it. Okay, why I set the radar altimeter to 400. There is guidelines in the Airman's Information Manual that says you're not supposed to make your turns until after the runway above 400 feet. The theory behind all of that is most towers in and near an airport are less than that. I don't know the veracity to all of that, but hey, I'll take it until someone proves it to me otherwise. But say we get a controller, he says, go direct, clear for takeoff, direct, TI, is that our first one? TYI. Okay. That doesn't mean when we get airborne, we start turning for TI. We got to get 400 feet. Now, folks, 400 feet is really not all that high in the air. It is, but it isn't. That control tower, where was he? There's not the one behind me. I thought there was a different one. Maybe it is behind me. I thought there was another one. Anyway, a lot of them are 200 and 300 feet up. So, plus, I was in a little airplane, and like I said, back in the 80s, I don't think we were tested on this unless, like I said, I did it instinctively, because I don't remember that at all in the AIM. Hey, what's up again? Yeah, the 400-foot AGL on takeoff, is that actually in the AIM? I don't have one. I don't fly, so I really don't need one other than SIM. Where on takeoff, you're not supposed to turn until you're above 400. Someone told me it was to clear towers, which I know towers around my airport, but I don't know if what they're up. Because I do know of some departures that you better be turning pretty quick. Again, though, these aircraft can get up in the air quick. I watched Allegiant, and boy, they can grab some sky quick. MD-11, same thing. We saw the 767 climbing pretty steep. We were probably above 400 feet before the end of the runway. All right, where are we? 88%. We're about ready to go. And we are not on CTAF. Let's get that. Otherwise, I too will forget and be on Unicom. I know that airport's outside of Charlotte. Why? Oh, I'm still on 122.8. That's why I'm like, why am I still seeing those texts? All right, we should. %. Here we go. Give them a second. Okay, no problem there, Matt. I didn't know, but knowing that you fly, I did. Someone told me that as a test question that they give private pilots, and I'm like, I don't ever remember that one. But who knows? But thanks, Matt, for that. I do appreciate. Okay, beacons on. Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. We're flying Reach 1815 service from Seymour Johnson up to Andrews. Hope y'all are strapped in. Listen to those flight attendants, and we're going to get underway here shortly. Climb, yeah. See, I was never really given an altitude. Again, I'm in flat country, USA, Dayton, Ohio, where I learned. And I would swear, by right, Pat, there were some towers that could hit the 400-foot mark pretty easily. But I don't know. And again, we get up to, you know, when we set best climb, best rate. We're getting up as best we can in a single engine aircraft. And on a 12,000 foot runway, I could be to 1,000 feet by the end. So I don't know. Anyway, that's why I set 400. Trying to play nice. Okay, let's get our range set. Beacons on. Before I do anything, let's clear. Oh, we got to clear a lot of stuff. All right, so let's get over here. It's a very similar but not similar panel to Zebo. Before we do this, I always double check. Now disconnect. All right, we're ready to crank it. Okay, fuel pumps on. Packs. Pack off. Pack on. Pack off. Pack on. 32. And I'm sure we're coming down to 1,000 feet or less, 280. Okay, we are set and cranking number 2. All right, cranking up number 1. Cranking number 1. All right, we got them cranked up here. We're ready to get into here and get this started. Okay, okay, number 2 on. Okay, electric hydraulics on. Yaw damper on. Let's go number 2. Probe heats. Okay. And the APU is now off. All right. Flaps 1. Reject. Taxiway, start switches to continues. And all right, we're ready for taxi. Finally, and one last check, and I set. All right, we're ready to taxi. We need to get rid of the chocks, I think. Nope. Cool. Brakes off. Seymour Johnson, traffic reach 1815. Taxi to runway 8 for takeoff. Okay, before takeoff, engine starts, takeoff and reject. Position lights, we'll get those switched over as we get down there. Now in the distance there you see those KC-10s and something else on the ramp down there. That's the Christmas tree where the alert aircraft used to, may still sit. I don't know if they still pull it or not, but so we're off. Ooh, we're gonna need to stop. I just noticed something's not running. Brake set. And the survey says, yay. All right, now we can resume. All right, now we're up and running, getting credit and everything. So hope y'all enjoy the flight. Thank you again, those of you lurking, those of you here in present. We sure appreciate you. I hope you enjoy the LevelUp 737-700 in C40 colors. And tower reach 1815 will be ready at the end. And Seymour Johnson traffic. Reach 1815 departing runway 8.
cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Airspeed alive.
80 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive right. Gear up. $400. $1,000.
Okay, we're airborne and all right, we are turning on course. So I hope you all enjoy. We got us about an hour to go. Give us a couple minutes to get some altitude that will drop. Currently, SimBrief showed this at hang on a second, just refreshing a map. About a 50 minute trip. We're direct TYI. Flaps are coming in. All right, and beautiful day out here on the East Coast. Again, I hope you enjoy the flights we have planned for you this week. Friday's gonna be the fun one. Lot of flying that day. Denver to Chicago, Chicago to LaGuardia. Hopefully, hell, we're gonna make it. We're gonna be able to fly the what was called the expressway visual, now the park visual. So we'll try that out. That's Friday. This is Monday. Tomorrow, I think, well, we're not going to think. tomorrow we are coming out of Nashville for Kansas City to then Midway. So hope y'all enjoy. Now we got a lighter schedule come Wednesday, and like I said, we're gonna be cranking it up for pretty long haul. Denver basically to New York via Chicago. Okay, we're above 10,000. Let's get those lights off. I do need to make another change. I just happened to see it. Okay. All right, you may have seen it in the chat room. We are not on release or a release client 2. We're now on release client 3. That actually occurred while we were on the ground at Seymour. When I shut the sim down, restarted it, we had an update. And gotta love it. We're on our way under release 3. So really, from what I can tell, there isn't a whole lot to this one. Seeing if they've caught up with it yet. Oh, that was Open Sam. Oh, disregard. Yeah, they haven't caught up to it yet here. So anyway, I don't know what really they updated. Hopefully we'll have it by tomorrow morning. But we are actually under that new release. All right, we're on our climb. I will be right back, folks. Okay. Making sure nobody came on. Good. Sorry about that. It's trash night. I wanted to make sure we got some things taken care of. Ooh, this is going to be a quick top of climb, top of descent. Knew we wouldn't probably make it. That's okay. All right, for the voodoo. Coming in at BEEVR. Where's BEEVR? There's BEEVR. Oh, below 12,000. That's just great. All right, so we need to set 8,000 as soon as we level. And as quickly as we got up here, I'm going to be setting it for 8,000. 9,000, my bad, at Voodoo. Okay, we're starting down for Andrews Air Force Base. So I hope you've enjoyed the day. It's been a unique, challenging day with that crash to desktop. Still really no idea the cause. A lot of speculation. It's on the weather. It's on a possible interfere with the update coming down. Who knows? But actually, we would have had the update when we did Homestead there. So I'm leaning maybe not to that latter one, but still. It was challenging. It's been a fun day. We've had a wonderful set of flights, and we'll be in Andrews here in about 20 minutes. It was nice, though, to get into the 60s today here in St. Louis. Actually, a lot of places out here on the East Coast, everyone's probably just going, ah. After all we've been, this has been a pretty, a little bit on the rougher side. I mean, we had that warm up in the middle of it, bookended by two very powerful cold snaps. But still, nonetheless, it's winter. Nothing out of the ordinary. We just had a fairly significant snow, but still not measurable up to the iconic snowstorm of 1982. Everyone tries to compare to it. So it's been a pretty good winter. Granted, we're still in February, so we still got time. March is knocking on the door. Technically, we have 21 or so days to get to spring. So there's still, and I have heard rumor of another cold spell in March. Good thing is March. Cold spells in March don't last long, and there could even be one in April. Who knows? But again, we're talking time frames where they don't last long. So the problem with March, though, is with that battle, severe weather, be it snow, be it thunderstorms, and that is always a challenge. So just be on your toes. March and April could be a pretty interesting pair of months. So, all right, we're starting to descend. We got to get under 12,000 by BEEVR. Kind of curious why it didn't take us to thump. Huh. But get under 12,000 at BEEVR and then on to Voodoo and then finish up the approach into there. Hope y'all enjoy. Good chance for y'all to take a break real quick, grab something to eat or a soda or whatever kind of beverage you want. And we'll be landing in about 20 minutes, I'll call it. So, great day of flying. Even though the crash to desktop occurred, still turned into a great day. Hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna check something here, folks. Okay, just making sure it is knowing that 9 and 8,000 are coming. Okay. All right. Okay, wind looks like it's right down the runway at Andrews, so this ought to be a pretty good approach. We'll see how it works out. Now's always a good time to put in a prediction. I'm going to go ahead and put mine in. And hey, feel free to follow suit. Exclamation mark the word predict, a space, and a negative number.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Okay, I've got us stepped up into descent here. I was getting a little skeptical of it getting down to the right altitudes here in time. Also, in case we get shuttled a different way, let me get set up for that. There we go. Again, the trick here, you want to try to keep your heading close by so you can just flip it back over if you need to on approach, in case they switch things up on you. So you don't end up going all the way back to the beginning and going, I don't know why my FMC is so messed up. It's actually 95% of the time user error. Hey, we're not commercial pilots, so we don't know the little tricks all the time. You have to take them as you learn them. So, all right, Andrews is all right, 291. And we're still looking for 170K. 19s are still active. Good. All right, that's all we really need off the ATIS. We're not in Europe, so we're not worried about transition levels. And we are on the descent. Noticing Sim Air Force came up again. Hey, if you're interested in flying in restricted areas and doing cargo drops, or you're wanting to fly air refuel or say combat in those restricted areas, hey, you have to be part of a virtual special op group, and you got to do it all with Sim Air Force. Well, it's amazing because it's actually called VATSIM Special Op Group. So you're going to have to do it on VATSIM. So in order to do that, the controllers need to know you know the rules. And by joining one of these special op groups, you should know the rules. And because you're going to take over separation, especially in air refueling, formation flying, you're gonna be in tight. You got to be responsible for your separation. So, hey, if you're wanting to do that, if you're wanting to fly, say, the Nevada test range in red flag, hey, join one of us. And Sim Air Force is looking for pilots. Check us out at icrew.simairforce. Hang on a second. .com. icrew.simairforce.com. All right, ILS, even though I don't think I'm worried about it, 200. Set this to 200. Whoa, 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 Michael, whoa. Hit the right one. There we go. All right, we got our minimum set. We're set for the approach. Only thing I need to do, get down here, put it in the radio stack. ILS will be 111 50. All right, I said up. VOR. Let's just leave it at that. Okay. And we're set on 4773. Okay, we're ready for the approach. 190. Okay, we're all set. again, last chances here to put in a prediction. We're about 10 minutes out from landing, and it's exclamation mark, the word predict, and a space and a negative number. So again, we hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you for the great raids from Duluth Fly with 4. We appreciate y'all. Hope y'all hit that follow button who may not have already. Azul, same thing. Those raiders, I hope you all hit the follow button so we can see you on future flights. And for all of those new to the channel, please, if you're new, you like what you see and hear, hey, we'd love for you to follow us here on Twitch. If by chance you're over on YouTube watching this, hit that subscribe and thumbs up. Let us know in the comments what you think, and glad to have you aboard. Both actions are free, by the way. All right, CTAF here. Let's see if we'll get away with an easy one. 18.4. All right, how am I finding it without having to go? Most airports, it can be a bit challenging, but the military and some of your smaller commercial airports, the tower frequency is your CTAF frequency. Problem is when you get to like a say, I don't know if Reagan fits the bill, but they might. Definitely Dulles. You have multiple tower channels. Which one? Well, then .CTAF space in your 4-letter identifier for that airport will tell you. But usually it is, and it's going to be one of the tower frequencies. It may even be the one, say like Dulles had. We'll see the problem with Dulles. They could have the north-south active, as well as that northwest-southeast, or yes, northwest-southeast runway. Which one? And that's where the .CTAF comes in. .CTAF, put a space in, and then the 4-letter identifier. Otherwise known as the ICAO code, for those curious. Let's see. All right, we're coming down to 9,000 at Voodoo. Then it's 8,000 at Beetle. Perfect. Oh. I need to slow down. All right, we're now turning for Voodoo, which is perfect. That'll allow us to get slowed up. Get up here. 124.7. All right, so we're looking at a VREF of 142 and we'll go auto brakes too. $2,164 meters. So, all right, here we go. Time to descend 8,000.
To go.
All right, here we go. Next altitude restriction is 5,000. I'm going to go ahead. Nah, not yet. So I hope you all have had a great day as we fly in the Chesapeake Bay area here, headed for Andrews Air Force Base aboard Clipper 1. Didn't sound good, so I thought I'd better get in here. Okay, we're level at 8,000. And it is 184, right? Yep. All right, here comes Beetle, and then we'll start that descent. All right, we are just about there. by the way, at the top end of this little river underneath us, kind of, that's about where Andrews is. So I'm looking at this right on the chart. All right, so 5,000 at Holyoke and
Thousand to go.
I think I see the long runways of Andrews right now. May not. I could watch it be sitting right over here. All right, so we're 5,000, getting back up to 220. Actually, that might be it over there. I don't know what I'm looking at, but that's probably, there's a lot of concrete. All right. Now we park on the west end of the field in the 89th Air Wing area. So that's where we'll head. Actually, that's the first time I've seen that on the chart. I haven't been into Andrews in a long time, so. We're on a heading of 007. Da da da. Da da da. Da 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 da. Okay, ILSs are tuned in. Okie doke, let's get ready. Last chances for that, put the prediction in, exclamation mark, the word predict, and a space. Negative number.
Thousand to go.
Ooh, an hour and 42 minutes old. Okay. All right, here we go. Andrews traffic. Reach 1815 turning for the ILS 19 right. And Andrews traffic, reach 1815 turning to intercept the localizer 19 right. Oh, I'm starting to wonder when we were going to get the glide slope. Jeez. Barely see the runways out there with the haze. But now I got them. We're good. Andrews traffic, reach 1815 on the ILS, fully established 19 right. And Andrews traffic 3 mile final, reach 1815, 19 right. Three green. Flaps 30.
Approaching minimums.
Landing.
200 minimum. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
$80.
Okay. Andrews traffic, reach 1815's off 19 taxiing to the ramp. Again, I did not see how we did. Felt pretty good, but the way this new camera stuff works, it's always hard to tell. Okay, brakes are set. All right, I know I've got a few things I still need to accomplish here from the after landing. Probe heat off. Stape trim, APU, weather radars are set. Stape trim 4, right? Okay. APU status, good. All right, generators fasten seatbelts. Okay, they can get up back there. Engine starts. Okay. Are the chocks in at least? Yes. All right, we're unloading. And again, the GSE isn't here. I'll update LevelUp when I see that it looks safe too. They've had some issues. But if this was Zebo, we'd see buses and all that good stuff. Really a well done, free program. All right, so we've made it. How about that? What do you mean you couldn't find my flight? There it goes. I don't know what that was all about. 218, what they got us at. Not bad. Okay, I'm not sure what that was all about. Huh. It's like putting 2 in for... I don't get it. Yeah, they'll have to figure that out. All right. We were on VATSIM. Okay, well. Okay, so let's take a look at this from the angles of our, hopefully we flight tracked. I did not do that one. I thought I did. Well, we didn't do Elevatech either. Oh, doggone it. Oh, well. Okay, well, we did do Sim Toolkit, or we wouldn't have any numbers. Yep, and that's a good number there, 154. Let's get it set here. You can see the flight we took. And again, there it is. Nice little button hook around and in on Andrews. All right, so for the, we were up in the air for an hour and 6 minutes, 215 miles, 2,100 kilograms burned, 1.5 Gs, 154 feet per minute at 118. Got a little slow at the end, it looks like. Number-wise, okay, again, your runways up here, we got a 9,300-foot runway. I thought they were longer than that. Wow. Wonder what did that in. Huh. I thought they were 10,000 plus foot runways. Oh, well, that's what I get for thinking. And again, we're on the 89th air wing ramp, which is about right here. So really, again, a fantastic flight. Looking at our numbers, here's what we did. Pitched 3.24. Slight roll. I don't know positive or negative, which that means, but just ever so slightly. 154 feet a minute at 118. Should have been up closer to like 126 to 130. So we got a little slow. But anyway, there's the legal touchdown area. From there on, you're legal till right about here. That's about 3,000 or so feet down the runway. We were 1,700 feet, 7 feet off the center line. Beautiful flight. That's how we like it. So I hope you enjoyed today's streams. Homestead to Seymour Johnson. Took 2 flights, but we did it. First one ended shortly after takeoff with a crash to desktop, most likely due to the weather and maybe traffic hitting it in all the wrong ways. I don't know. That stuff in those logs don't make sense to me at all. So hopefully things are cool. Well, they were. We turned the weather off and boom, went right through. Could have been fine with the weather for all we know. But overall, we had a great day of simming. Then we flew the aircraft outside here. The C-40 from Seymour Johnson to Andrews. Nice flight, nice landing, nice little airplane. Couple little quirks I had to work around, but that's okay. We'll work those out. They're probably me issues. So, but until we get that GSE package in for the next LevelUp release they had, we'll have to look at it this way. So for now, I hope you all enjoyed. It was a great day of streaming. I'm a little tired, I'll give you that. And we'll see you tomorrow, Nashville, Tennessee, where we're going to start the day out. Hope you enjoy. See you then. By the way, remember, we've got a great verse out there, and it's one many of you may know. It's about Paul and the thorn. Well, every time he would pray to have this thorn removed from him, this is what Jesus, each time Jesus would say, my grace is all you need. If we just stop there with that verse, Jesus is all, my grace is all you need. That's all we need to hear. But let's take it another step forward. So Paul, so Jesus continued, my power works best in weaknesses. Meaning when you're weak, you're relying on Jesus. That's what God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit preach to you, even if you just blow them off. They're telling you in those times, in those tribulations, that's when they're there the most. And you're usually calling on them the most. So, Paul says, now I am glad to boast all about my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ can work through me. Great testament, folks, and hope hope you take some time to think about that. So we'll wrap up today, and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Well, bright and early, same time, 11 o'clock Central, barring today's little delay being a little 10-month-old coming over, and we got to watch and play with her. So also, before we go, I don't want to leave, because the second video here for YouTube didn't hear. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you so much. It really, you don't know, a lot was going on. A lot with this job search is just anxiety central on me. But we threw in a couple little wrenches outside that realm that just really gave me a hard time. I don't want to get into it too deeply. Don't really think I need to, but I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Our family thanks you for the prayers that you gave, and believe it or not, through the weakness that I had, the grace of God came in, and a nice calming peace helped through the weekend. Also, I'd like to send out prayers for my daughter. She too is looking for a job to get out of what she's doing. It's not the greatest of places to be, and I'm, again, not going to take a chance of sniping incorrectly and all, but let's just say it's not a great place for her and her young child as a single mom. And she has an interview that is really looking promising for her. So if you could help with your prayers, she would greatly appreciate it. A lot of benefits to this place for her that they say, and I have a feeling they back up. So please, a lot of prayers for her to hopefully land this job. All right. Again, thank you so much for allowing me. I know that, but thank you for your prayers for those who do. And thank you for those who don't and listened. Thank you. That even helps. So God bless you all. And thank you so much again for all that you do for flying with my family and the stream, and all that you do where you're at. Have a great night. God bless.